Let's go to the courtroom. Nigel Lythgoe facing a third sexual assault lawsuit after Paula Abdul and 2 reality stars previously filed lawsuits. It's a new one, Barnes. This was obtained February 17th. He's being sued by an unnamed woman for sexual assault and battery, gender violence, and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Damn.
The woman says that he sexually assaulted her after meeting her at a Beverly Hills hotel while she was having dinner with friends and family.
All this triggered by Paula Abdul.
I think once the door opens, other people feel comfortable to do it again. But here's a reverse one. Remember the Steven Tyler sexual assault lawsuit?
No.
Yeah, we talked about it. It's been dismissed. A judge says the alleged incident did not present a serious risk of harm to the plaintiff. Last year, he was sued by Jeannie Bellino. She alleged that he kissed, groped, and began, quote, humping her, pretending to have sex twice one night in 1975.
Oh, gosh.
When she was 17. Yeah. And so I guess there is a New York City Victim of Gender Motivation Violence Protection Act, a law extending the statute of limitations for alleged sexual misconduct. But the judge said it didn't present a serious risk of physical injury.
1975.
Can you believe that?
No.
Yeah, 1975. It's been dismissed. Barnes, you may know this person. This is the owner and president of the National Wrestling Alliance. His name is Billy Corgan.
Oh. He's a president of a wrestling alliance?
He has announced an exclusive streaming rights deal with the CW, including a new reality show starring Billy Corgan. Yeah, Billy and the NWA announced a new deal Wednesday. The all-encompassing partnership will have streaming multiple programs. They're going to be free of charge on the CW. No subscription, including a brand new, unscripted, untitled series about Billy's life, his family, his role as the president of the NWA, and his day job.
They're going by the NWA?
Can you believe this?
Okay.
This access on the CW? I was surprised this wasn't like Netflix. Nothing against the CW, but yeah.
Well, I think that there could be maybe a lawsuit coming if they're going to go by the NWA.
Yeah. National Wrestling Association.
I think Dr. Dre and Eazy-E, Ice Cube may have a problem with that. They're going to come for it.
Ooh, you think they're going to wrestle
I don't
Billy
know.
Corgan?
Well, NWA is kind of established.
Yeah, I know. I get. Listen, he's been doing this for a while. I think we're just now learning about it.
Wow, okay.
I'm sure you're very happy to know that Travis Kelce touched down in Australia. I mean, it was all over, seriously all over TikTok yesterday. I was wondering if that kid, Jack Sweeney, remember the one that was sort of like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one who's tracking Taylor's
plane. Did he track Travis's plane?
But how are they getting so many angles of his arrival? You got like guys underneath the stairs of the private jet shooting footage of him coming out.
I couldn't believe it.
It's everywhere.
Could not believe it. And Garth Brooks is getting in on the action.
Oh, man.
I guess he reached out to Travis. He's like, hey, you want to perform Friends in Low Places at the opening of my new bar? I guess he heard the drunk Travis singing that after the Super Bowl win.
Well, then he would have called and said, I'd appreciate you not performing the song ever again, please.
I mean, Garth's place is opening like soon.
They put the actual song up to his parade singing. I mean, you want to see how bad? This is like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Look how far off he is.
I got friends in low places.
You're a professional athlete and you are wasted and you know everyone's taping you. Ouch.
Stop.
Sam Waterston, was on the Today Show talking about how he felt immediately freed after he walked off the set of Law & Order for the last time after playing Jack McCoy for 30 years.
Suddenly, there was space in my head that I didn't even know there was, that had been occupied by the job forever.
Ever. Funny audio from Jodie Foster. She's talking about the first and last role of her life. It could have been a scary run-in with a lion.
What?
When she was filming this 1972 Disney film, Napoleon and Samantha. She was just a kid.
And what happened?
You're not going to believe this story.
All I remember seeing his mane come around, and then he picked me up sideways and shook me in his mouth. And turned me around, and every single person on the crew was running in the opposite direction. And watching everybody, and they took their equipment too. And I'm watching everybody leave, going like, "What's happening?" Then I remember being like, "Oh, it's an earthquake," because I was getting shaken. The trainer said, "Drop it," and because the lion was so well trained, he opened his mouth and dropped me down, and I went running. And then he came after me, and then just put one paw on me, and then just waited like, "I got her." Yeah, so that's the story. But I do remember watching it, going like, "Oh, that's funny. They're all running."
Wow, can you imagine?
Yeah. A real lion shook her in his mouth and then turned.
Yikes.
She was a kid, and the trainer went, "Drop it."
Good morning, X.
With Barnes and Leslie.